have an alibi. Fight!
Do you want to die?
Yes, Gonta watch bug movie to fill Gonta with fight, so Gonta can fight Monokuma.
Hello. How's it going, fam? Sam fam? Fuck, we didn't even get into the trial. I was really falling over myself to play Tekken last stream. Alright, so we look at some buff boy Monokuma. And we're gonna make our way in to the best trial in the whole game. Going through the investigation and all that like jazz again and seeing all the little callbacks. And we'll see if my impression stays the same by the time we get to the end. I think what's painful about this trial is it's almost good. It's almost good. But yeah, kind of like how Danganronpa 2's trial was almost good, but really what it comes down to is like what it comes down to is what it came down to. You know, it's like, oh, so after all is said and done, this was it. But anyway, tell me what you guys think by the time we get to the end here. Because I think going through the investigation, it does a pretty good job at setting up like a pretty interesting mystery. A lot of like subversing of expectations. Did anybody think for a moment maybe Rantaro was going to come back? I don't know, I did when I first played the game. So anyway, as we... Ah, fuck, he's just gonna be all dramatic. Get in that fucking elevator, boy. Get the fuck in there. Got some fucking truth bullets to spit, son. We descended. Perhaps because there were fewer of us, the elevator seemed to move faster. And so we fell faster and faster, see? Dramatic, downward into the black. Whew. Getting me tense, guys. The elevator stopped, and just like always, the doors parted slowly. The light that shines on us from the other side. The bright light of our future. Or is it? I think Makoto was the best hype man for these, just of his, like, stupid, like, you know... A deadly deception, a deadly curse, a deadly thing, a deadly class trial. Alrighty, I still voice these bastards. Boy, they look really depressed. Must be because there's even less participants now. Don't say they look depressed. You'll make Monodam sad. But as much as I'd love to keep hearing this adorable back and forth, let's hurry up and get this started. At last the class trial will begin. I hope you enjoy it to your heart's content. Alright. Third class trial is about to begin. Angie Onaga, the ultimate artiste. She created the Ultimate Academy Student Council to try to prevent the killing game. No. Let's get a degenerate male for Tenko, shall we? Whoop! Oh, fuck. Go! Must have fucking fucked up. Why do they reprogram Tenko? Oh well. I don't have a degenerate male button. I was gonna fuck something up, guys. She hated men. Yep, that she did. But I knew that she hated this terrible killing game even more. The two who were killed are both trying to stop the killing. Fucking Himiko. And who was the one who killed them? Was it one person? Two different people? We need to pin that down in this class trial. In order to live, we have to find the truth. And I will fight for it. I will fight with truth and lies in this class trial. Alright, oh fucking hell. Don't mind if I do, gang. Don't mind if I do. Who knows, maybe I'll have a power cut and have to skip through all that again. Alright, let's quickly go through our handy dandy notebook. Appraise our little truther bullets. Not too many. Yeah, the normal amount. Monokuma file's always important, probably going to come up early. Yep, victim is Angie. Is there going to be two of them? No, it's all going to be one fucking thing, alright. So, Angie died approximately at 2. Stab wound to the neck is what killed her. She has lacerations on her forehead. Tenko was the second victim. She died around 11 AM. She was also stabbed in the back of her neck, resulting in death. No other injuries detected. Smugi's accounts. Angie had locked herself in the Ultimate Artist's lab since yesterday, working on the ritual. She would not unlock the door unless someone from the student council asked her to. The student council members were Gonta, Kibo, Himiko Tenko, and Smugi. Forehead injury. Considering the laceration, the injury on the victim's forehead was not bleeding as much as it should. Bloody duct tape. Has some hair stuck to it. White hairs at that. Necronomicon. Book Monokuma prepared as a motive. Angie attempted to carry out the book's resurrection ritual. So, for the ritual, you have to prepare an effigy of the dead. Everyone may participate in the ritual. Size and shape of the effigy is irrelevant. Make it out of whatever materials you wish. If it's not obvious who it's supposed to be, put a label on it. I guess that's not going to be important because she made like lifelike fucking models. After preparing the effigy, burn the Necronomicon. Be wary of the carbon monoxide poisoning. Vote for Angie, I see. Sprinkle the ashes of the effigy. Repeat the name of the deceased 3 times. Then close your eyes and wait. After a while, I should feel a light tap on the back of my neck. Oh no, on my back. But we'll see. If so, that means the ritual was a success. The ashes are only good for one use. The ritual can only be performed once. Use it wisely. The 4 wax effigies created for the ritual. They're exact replicas. They're hung upside down. So the back door that has a sliding lock on it. It moves very easily, and there was something gold and shiny on the flakes. God knows what that could ever be. I don't have a clue. Art Lab's front door has a cylindrical lock. Monodam swallowed the only key, so it can only be locked and unlocked from in the lab. When Angie was found, the door was locked. Kokichi picked the lock to open it. Kokichi can lock and unlock the front door of the Ultimate Artist's lab. Well, there's lockpicking stats. It's got that sick thief build. Gold leaf katana, little Danganronpa 1 callback. It was found in Kaede's effigy. Much like Danganronpa 1, it flakes gold dusted like it's dandruff. It was found in Kyo's lab. Yeah, Ultimate Anthropologist lab. The sheath is still in the case. The cage child. Oh, God, no, that's just pictures. Good. So, in order to perform the cage child, we needed 5 people. We had to sing an awesome, amazing song. We had to draw a magic circle. Passed down from the cage dog village in the ground. The spirit medium must place their forehead on a stone, curl up like a turtle. They must do this at the center of the circle. After, the other 4 must make the following preparations. Place the cage over the medium, cover it with a white cloth. Finally, place the dog god on top of the cage. Take care not to step on the magic circle during the prep. Finally, turn off all the lights to make it completely dark and your prep will be complete. The seance will commence once all 4 participants stand at the corners of the room. The 4 participants, not including the medium, will sing the awesome dope-ass fucking song. I listen to it on Spotify every day. Ask is the cage. Then you ask is the cage child, insert the name of the person, and then you'll be having a seance, a sick old seance. Kibo has a sick ass flashlight function. Watch out for him. He's probably the killer. The wooden statue that was put on top of the iron cage during the seance, it weighs about 175 pounds. Shuichi, Kokichi, Kyo, and Himiko work together to put it up and remove it from the cage. A white sheet. It was over the cage during the seance. It's very thick and cannot be seen through. There's blood on the back around the middle of the sheet, but there's no hole in the fabric. Kyo was the one who placed the sheet over the cage and removed it off the cage. Magic circle Kyo drew. A magic circle that was drawn with salt. It was drawn on the floor of the room where the seance was held. After Tenko's body was found, the magic circle was trampled on. That made it impossible to check the original shape. Okay, Tenko died in a crouched position. The injury on the back of her neck was deep, but probably not enough to kill her immediately. The stone, Marker Stone, was the one that Tenko rested her head on. That's pretty much all it has to say. The iron cage was the one Tenko was put in, around 3 feet high, 5 feet wide. Shuichi Kokichi placed this over Tenko. Himiko removed it. Tenko's blood was on the bottom of the cage. Loose floorboard. A loose floorboard below, right below Tenko. It was not loose before the seance. There was dry blood on the bottom part of the floorboard. Sound during the seance. During the seance, there was a loud ka-funk while it was completely dark. Hole in the corner. Hole in the corner of the room the seance was held in. There is space under the floor, so you can see what was dropped there. Sickle under the floor. The sickle was under the floor. Came from Maki's lab. It's still wet with blood. Cross piece under the floor. One of the cross pieces that support the loose floorboard in the room the seance was held in. Only the portion that supports the floorboard was cut off. It wasn't broken naturally. It looked like someone had purposely cut it. Dried blood under the floor. A small amount of blood that was on the ground under the floor of the room the seance was held in. It was quite far from where Tenko's blood was dripping. Bloody Kokichi. Well, so yeah, Kokichi did a good old fake out death there. That's a pretty memorable part of the investigation. He had stepped through one of the floorboards that room also had a part of the crosspiece cut off. The portion that supported the floorboard. Alrighty. Anybody got ideas? Well, in we go. No! Fuck! Actually, wait! I have an idea! I am going to load my save state that I did 2 seconds ago, and then I joked about it being stupid, but actually it's saving my ass. Alright. I got a new skill from Gonto and I haven't equipped it. Let's equip it. Oh fuck, there's like a bunch of skills. Fuck, let's go then. Man, it's been a little while since I played this one, eh? I completely forgot this shit. So what was Gonto's fucking ability? So you use the shards to buy shit. Wild Awakening. Increases critical damage in the argument armament. Alright, so we'll equip that. Alright, so yeah. That I just got from Gonto. We can buy a few more, so we might as fucking well. Lost and fought. Slightly increased the time limit in each phase. Nah, we just game over and we laugh at me and we move on. Decreases the delay after using truth bullets. Yes, I can shoot around a bit more. Slowly. Let's see. So, slower concentration gauge. Slowly recovers the influence gauge while concentrating and during fever time. I mean, I wouldn't mind a little influence fucking regen. Let's go. Alright. Charisma! Let's go fucking weenie healing build, eh? Alright. Anything worth 2 fucking points? Nah. Alright, let me go then. Whoop. Been playing this fucking hardcore then.
Now then.
Yeah, we get it. Yeah, we get it.
I'll punish everyone also. Refuse now. Smiles
Alright.
Sorry, everyone. I don't think I'm gonna be much help this time. Because of Monokuma's disruptions, I couldn't do a thorough investigation.
I can tell Monokuma is overcompensating to hide his self-consciousness.
Next time, spend less time fixing your hair and more time investigating, Spaceman.
Spaceman!
I don't need to hear some comedy act from you two weirdos.
Who did it? Who killed Angie and Tenko?
Do not let your emotions hasten your judgment. There may be two killers.
So, our other culprit might not be one of us here.
No.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Transfer student. Maybe our resurrection
Was a ghost!
dragged Angie and Tenko into the grave.
Stop it! Stop making stuff up!
Say something, Shuichi. It'll be a mess if this keeps going on.
Pingu. Loot! Is it even possible for a revived corpse to be the culprit? Well, in the interest of being thorough, I should clear things up here. Yeah, right.
This crime was committed by the recently deceased. They came back to life and killed 2 of our classmates!
No!
So, ritual did work?
I think I may be shooting Necronomicon on that because
Angie did say she was gonna bring Rantaro back.
she did say that. That's not wrong.
Rantaro was resurrected.
How can I have the Necronomicon if you're supposed to burn it? So I think it's that simple. Alright. I think it's that easy. Alright. Going to your big dum-dum. Time to show that you're a big... No! You fucker! White noise! Ugh!
Who was resurrected?
Fuck you. Come on. Fucking Chipmunk Kaido though. I'm all for it. I'm all for Chipmunk Kaido.
Ritual did work? That's wrong!
Alright! Don't break a sweat. Easy.
I don't think Angie's ritual succeeded. According to the Necronomicon Monokuma showed us, you have to burn the Necronomicon in the ritual.
Sick artwork. I have to prepare an yeah, so like I said, gotta burn the
If Angie's
Necronomicon.
ritual had succeeded, the book would have been gone.
So she must have been killed before the ritual was complete, since the book was still intact.
Then, Gonta think Rantaro probably not culprit.
Oh, I guess you're right.
Well, duh. There's no way a dead person could resurrect.
Now hold on a second. I can't let that comment stand. Sure, everybody knows that you can't bring the dead back to life. But it's easy at the Ultimate Academy, as long as you use the Necronomicon.
What are you talking about? There's no way that's possible.
But it's true. I never lie about motives.
Daddy said so, so he can't be wrong. Raising the dead is totally possible.
Man, I can't believe you guys wasted such a perfectly good motive.
Monocub's got a sick theme song, but fuck you guys.
Let me use it to bring Monodum back to life.
Monodum is still alive, though.
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't waste a resurrection on Monodum's corpse.
Oh, so resurrecting the dead was actually
Stop talking, Monica, because I can't hear your theme song.
There's no way it's possible!
Whoa.
There's no way that could happen, idiots. Monokuma is trying to confuse us. Let's hurry up and find out who the Blackened is. You wanna die?
If our transfer student isn't the culprit, then blame falls to one of us.
Is my soundboard working again today?
Who did it?
Step aside, Half Pint. I'll handle this. I don't know about Tenko, but I'm pretty fucking sure Kyo murdered Angie. Don't play dumb with me, creep show. I already know what happened.
Fucking virgin! Damn. I was hoping I might have fixed it. Wasted a little bit of time updating it too.
Do you wanna die?
The culprit used a katana to kill Angie. And it was found in Kyo's research lab.
Kyo's research
Which makes
lab.
you, Kyo, automatically suspicious.
But anyone could have taken that katana, you see.
What's Samugi see again? Yeah, she was locked in the room with only answers to the council.
You were the only one who cared about that
Yeah, flakes off, okay.
thing, Kyo.
I did not care about some.
It is working? Okay, cool.
Just admit it, you shit-eating worm.
I missed that
Went to
thing.
the classroom, broke in,
Yeah, I've added Maki.
and murdered the fuck out of Angie.
Alright, I've missed a few of my options here.
I'm a fucking genius!
Fight!
And yeah, because Angie's the most hated character, she gets to join the soundboard.
I have an alibi. Really? I have an alibi. Fight!
It's got a few samples actually. Alright, is he really the culprit? Let's fucking look at the goddamn sentences again.
Kyo's research lab.
It's found in his research
Which
lab,
makes
like
you,
it
Kyo,
was.
automatically suspicious.
But anyone could have taken the katana, you see.
So that rust katana.
That is fair.
You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kyo.
I did not care about some katana.
Did not care about
Just
some
admit it, you
katana.
shit-eating worm. Went to the classroom, broke in, murdered the
Okay,
fuck out of Angie.
it's gonna be something to do with that.
Yeah, I'm a fucking genius.
So the front door, Samugi's account. Try Samugi's account first.
The culprit used a katana to kill Angie. And it was found in Kyo's research lab. Which makes you,
Oh, it
Kyo,
says
automatically
broken.
suspicious.
That's the main point. So I think, yeah, the door.
I did not care about some katana.
Just admit it, you shitty worm. Went to the classroom.
No, I had the fucking white noise. Fuck me, man! This fucking white noise. I thought it was bullseye. This little white noise. Just on top. So much jibber jabbering going on.
Shit-eating worm.
I like how the
Went to
shit-eating
classroom,
worm
broke
wiggles.
in,
Yeah, that's wrong.
and murdered the fuck out of
No, I didn't hit it. Fuck's sakes! We're all good, guys, but Jesus Christ! What'd be funny is if I ran out of time just trying to shoot this.
you
2.5
shit-eating worm.
minutes. Shit-eating worm!
Bathroom,
Ah, fucking idiot. No! I was joking, that was supposed to be it. Oh my god. Alright, more chipmunks. Be very careful, we'll shoot the white noise out, then we'll definitely shoot the fucking phrase. I won't go for the fucking crit shot, I'm just gonna fucking shoot it.
You went to the classroom, broke.
No, and I was still wrong, okay.
Oh no! The culprit used a katana to kill Angie. And it was found in Kyo's research
Kichi's lockpicking.
lab.
Smoothie's account then. Could even be that. I thought the door would have been more logical. Fuck you, Miyu.
No, Kyo would not have been able to enter Angie's lab.
Fuck all y'all!
Isn't that right, Tsumugi?
Yeah. Before Angie locked herself up in her research lab, she said she wasn't going to open up for anyone but student council members.
And Kyo is not a member. She wouldn't have opened the door for him.
Kyo couldn't have killed Angie even if he wanted to.
I had no desire to kill her in the first place.
So whoever killed Angie must have been one of the student council members, yeah?
I was doing a bit to lead you to the right answer. Can't believe you actually got it.
Oh, how clever.
Ha! Fucking virgin!
You can just ignore her, Gonta.
Trashy skank!
The remaining student council members are Gonta, Kibo, Tsumugi, and Himiko.
Well, it can't be Himiko. She was besties with Angie. I trust their friendship.
Stream's frozen.
You guys do too, right?
Yeah, of course.
Can we trust their friendship so readily?
Obviously. Let's believe in them.
That trims our
We're
list of
back, we're
suspects
back.
down to 3. Gonta, Tsumugi, and Kibo.
Yep, the culprit is one of those 3 people.
Think your internet's having a skill issue?
You mean one of those 2 people? Because a robot ain't people, Jack!
I will let that remark slide. Anyway, aren't these accusations just a tad too hasty?
What else? The culprit should confess already. Gonta, Keyboy, or Tsumugi? Well,
No, not Gonta. Gonta would never kill Angie.
Yeah, Gonta's a gentleman. You shouldn't suspect either of us.
Hey, stick up for me too.
Yeah, we got a little freeway.
Gonta definitely not hurt anyone. Torture Gonta if you don't believe.
Torture might be a bit too far, but Gonta and I aren't the culprits.
And I'm not the culprit either. Jeez.
I'm not the
You're
culprit.
not the culprit!
We must consider other possibilities. Surely there must be suspects outside the student council.
that's utterly impossible.
Usually people shout when there's an important thing to shoot out.
Only student council members had access. I didn't know robots told such boring lies.
But it's definitely not me!
Is that a robophobic remark?
Alright. I think it'll be...
We must
Okay,
consider
well.
other possibilities.
I don't think anyone's shouting over anything in
Surely
this
there must
one.
be suspects outside the student council.
No, he's not. Alright.
That's utterly impossible.
A dead chick
Not just
can't be the
anyone told
culprit!
to do it. Only student council members had access.
You can lockpick, bitch. You little silly liar, man, you.
That could have opened that lab door.
What was it you said earlier about Kyo opening the door, Shuichi? Unless you're a student council member, you can't enter Angie's lab, right?
I was referring to Kyo. He couldn't have done it, but you could have. Because I saw you open the classroom lock by clicking it.
Pulled out some thin needles. I a stinker. Haha, see? Yep. Catchphrase.
That happened? I totally forgot.
So you're going to pretend you don't remember, huh?
Quit glaring at me like that. Of course I remember. Yeah, I did it. I killed Angie.
Wait, what? What did you just say?
I picked the lock to her lab, snuck into the room, and then wham! Killed Angie. The culprit was me, all along.
What?
What are you saying? Is this some kind of joke?
Nah, no joke. I thought that if I confessed, I could atone for my sins. And it helped. I feel so much better. Whew!
Wait, so Kokichi really is culprit?
No, he's lying. I think. Maybe?
He's lying. I'm certain of it.
No, definitely
No,
not.
no.
I killed Angie. Shouldn't you guys believe the culprit when they confess?
Then let me ask you, culprit. How did you lock the room?
Huh? Well, it's the same as opening it. You pick the door closed from the outside.
No, that doesn't make sense.
Huh? What doesn't make sense? Can't you lock a door by picking it?
Maybe, but that's not how the culprit locked the room. They used a different method.
What different method? Yeah, Mumbles. Use your big boy voice and explain yourself.
There were 2 doors to the classroom, and the one locked last was...
Back door.
That's it! The back door. That's how they made this a locked room mystery.
The back door had a sliding lock, yes?
Yes.
How was it locked from the outside?
The culprit used a certain tool.
The tool they used to lock the sliding door from the outside was... Never mind mine. Alright, fuck on, play some puzzles, G. Yep. Not weird as anything. Is that the katana? That's the katana, it's what I want. Alright, let's move that. Really? It's not uncovered? Oh yeah, there we go.
I see it!
The gold leaf katana that was stabbed into Coyote's effigy. The culprit used that to hit the knob of the sliding lock to lock the door.
So the gold leaf is on the sliding lock because...
Oh, Danganronpa cases. You get so ridiculously elaborate.
Some of the gold leaf rubbed off on it. The gold leaf on that katana did heal rather easily.
That evidence rings a bell. Specifically, a school bell.
Honestly, most of the killers in Danganronpa could be the fucking ultimate fucking creative murderers.
Are you talking about a different school? What school was it?
Ultimate criminal fucking
Well, that
masterminds.
doesn't matter anymore. Let's not dwell on the past.
They think of almost everything.
Landed on the sliding lock when the katana touched it. So that means the culprit used the katana to move the sliding lock, right? But wait, how did they move it with the katana? And from outside Angie's lab?
The clue that might give us the answer is the layout of the area itself. It was an odd setup after all. The katana stabbed into the effigy. The effigies hung upside down.
Angie didn't do that as part of the ritual?
No. Nowhere in the Necronomicon did it say you had to hang the effigies.
If it was not part of the ritual, then it must have been for a different purpose, right?
Different purpose, what could it have been? Culprit somehow used the setup to lock the room. Let's know the reason. If I do that, the way the culprit locked the room should be clear. Oh sweet, go play some fucking... what's the X? Okay. Alright, let's go. Clap your hands. What turned the handle of the sliding lock? Tana's hilt. Boing! Get in, bitch! We got a crime to solve. Shit. It was done to make the katana turn the lock. Katana was stabbed into effigy. Oh yeah, just that many, eh? Gian! Giato Manafi! Isefishiato Manafi took. Oh fuck, it's too busy trying to be funny and read that. Oh god, oh god. Good, we cool, we cool. Yeah, that's fine. Oh shit. GG, so 5 minutes, easy. Clap your hands! How was the effigy manipulated to make the katana affect the lock? Do I? Spinning it. Stuck it into the effigy. Twisted it round. Let her go. Let her rip.
It connects. That's it. The reason the culprit stuck the katana into the effigy was so that it would hit the sliding lock as the effigy spun. Effigy spun? That's right. If you spun the effigy, the rope it was
I'm just a high school student.
Then, if you let it go, the rope would unwind and the effigy would spin the other way. And of course, the katana would spin with it.
I see. So the culprit used the katana's counterspin to push the lock into place? The culprit simply needed to spin the effigy's rope, and then swiftly leave. This would cause the spinning katana to hit the sliding lock. And thus was the back door of an empty classroom locked from the inside.
Yes, that's how Angie's lab was locked. By using the effigy with the katana.
Man born from the heart of a sword, traveling through the air to intercept us.
Oh.
But couldn't have moved the slide lock so easily?
The sliding lock was pretty loose. Little push could move it. As long as the spinning katana hit the lock, it would have slid into position.
Even if the culprit failed the first couple times, they could keep trying until it locked.
Which is why the culprit chose to strike at nighttime as to avoid detection.
Yes, since the student council prohibited anyone from walking around at nighttime.
Are you saying it's the student council's fault?
I didn't say that.
In any case, the culprit probably used a murder weapon for this trick. It had to have been the right length to hit the sliding lock from the effigy.
The culprit culprit couldn't find a blade long enough in their lab, so they settled for the katana.
The other effigies were only hung up, so we figured it was some kind of ceremony. That way, we wouldn't notice the lock trick.
But Kokichi did say earlier that he could have picked the lock closed. I don't want to completely ignore that possibility. But I can't imagine the culprit would have done all this just for a distraction.
If that's the case, then Kokichi's confession earlier was actually...
Seriously? You fucking lied again?
Cough it up, Kokichi! Man, you guys got me. Okay, I'm not the culprit.
Oh, shucks.
The truth this time, right?
I'm gonna Havana Kedavra you. I could, you
I
know.
wanna say I'm lying, but I'm not.
Why did you say you were the culprit?
I wanted to lure the culprit out. If I claimed to be the culprit, then the real culprit would agree as well. You get me? And if they pressured me to confess, then that would have looked mighty suspicious. Sheesh. Darn it. It didn't go my way because Shuichi butted in on my plan.
You and your fucking lies! Go sit in the corner and play with yourself!
Okay, I'll start right now.
Alright, so who's the asshole who set up this locked
Low-key
room
ship
mystery?
those two.
You can't hold it up anymore.
What's the matter? You going soft on me now?
Who made the locked room mystery doesn't matter since anyone could have done it. Don't you even understand something as basic as that, you filthy cum dumpster?
Jesus. Yeah. Danganronpa, everyone. I don't even know if Greg GTA has the term cum dumpster in it.
Finally! Someone finally called me a cum dumpster!
Fuck me.
What should we talk about now?
They must focus not on the locked room, but on who entered Angie's lab.
Vulgarity.
Only one of the student council members or Kokichi could have gained entry. Therefore, the culprit must be among their number.
That leaves us with 4 suspects. Tsumugi, Gonta, Kibo, and Kokichi.
Don't forget Himiko. She's also a part of the student council. Doesn't matter if she was besties with Angie, she's still a suspect.
That contradicts what you said earlier, which I can prove using my recording function.
Da, 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 da.
It's fine. It's just a waste of time.
A suspect? Never kill Angie!
Seriously, guys, I suck. Come on.
So, calling all suspects, what should we discuss next? I want to hear everyone's opinion. What would you say to get yourself off the suspect list?
Why are you trying to lead the debate? You're a suspect too.
Silence, outsider. Only the suspect rangers are allowed to speak.
Yeah, Himiko's the kind of person who would, like, fall asleep trying to kill someone.
Suspect rangers?
I agree. Those under suspicion should explain themselves thoroughly.
We might catch them with their pants down!
Love that.
Anyway, I want to ask the suspect rangers. What should we talk about? What should we say to get ourselves off the suspect list? Well, guys, I want to hear what you think.
That's sort of a difficult question, you know?
Gonta not smart enough to know answer to that.
Yes, it is difficult to formulate a logical response to that question.
Not articulate with words, huh? Don't you guys want to prove your innocence?
They don't trust you one bit, and I don't blame them. You're probably plotting.
Why did Tenko have to die? I want to know what happened to Angie too, but can we talk about Tenko's case now and not just Angie's?
I got you exactly where I wanted, Himiko.
What do you mean?
The 2 victims could have been killed by 2 separate murderers, you know. So we need to find the first Blackened responsible for the first victim. Gotta figure out who killed Angie. Until we solve Angie's case, Tenko's case is meaningless. Did you suggest that to waste our time.
It's not meaningless!
Kokichi's game is helping carry the class trials.
Tenko's death
When shit gets boring, he's there to keep it interesting.
Poor Tenko! How could you do this to her? Himiko.
Himiko, stop it with your crappy lies.
Lies?
Everything you said is total BS. You didn't give two shits about Tenko when she was alive. But now you're like, oh no, poor Tenko, after she's dead. Come on, really?
Kokichi, enough!
No. It's okay. It's no surprise he'd think that. I know I ignored Tenko before. That's why I'm so upset now. I should have faced Tenko. Worked things out with her while she was still alive. Nipples too! And now, it's too late. I can't complain to her or thank her. It's too late.
Yeah, seriously. It's way too late to realize that now. Our only option is to face her death head on. Himiko, I understand what you're going through. So I'm gonna help you out. Let's work together to find the truth. I'm not gonna let anyone say her death didn't matter.
Kaito.
Leave it to me.
I'll put a silencing curse on whoever calls Tenko's death meaningless. The name of the curse is Death Curse. Suppose being dead would silence someone pretty good.
Listen up. All you guys are gonna help out too. Abandoning someone who died and only thinking about your own survival. That's just as bad as a hit and run. I won't forgive something so messed up.
Tenko was our friend. Gonta wanna know why she died too.
I told you, it's so unnecessary. We're getting sidetracked here.
No, even if it was a different culprit, we need to know how Tenko died. If we don't find out who killed her, we won't be able to work together. Not now, not ever. Even if this trial isn't for her, in order for us to survive, we need to get to the bottom of Tenko's death. Not just to survive this trial, but so we can keep going and live on!
Kaito.
Finally, you noticed. Jeez, you're so slow.
Huh? Did Kokichi want us to notice?
Don't listen to his crap. We haven't decided whether there were two different culprits yet.
Let us talk about Tenko's case then. Perhaps that will provide us a clue.
Yeah, maybe.
They're not wrong, but I don't mind going over Tenko's case. But it was an abrupt change of topic. Was that intentional?
So what do we talk about first?
For now, let's see if we can narrow down the list of suspects.
Crotch probably got killed during the seance,
Crotch.
so everyone there's suspicious.
Crotch!
People who attended the seance. Oh, okay. Kokichi wasn't there. Shuichi, Kyo, yes. No, Kokichi was there.
I was wrong!
That was Kibo who was kicked out. So this one.
That's it!
It was me, Kyo, Himiko, and Kokichi.
So those four are the culprits!
Oh, Himiko's still culprit?
Well, that's probably just a coinkydink. The most suspicious out of the four is really Kyo. He suggested the whole seance idea.
True, I may have suggested it, but I explained the procedure beforehand, yes? If we all knew of it before the murder, then we are all equally suspicious.
Well, I
Like how Angie
suppose,
has a halo and wings.
In addition, the seance wasn't entirely in my control either. I was not the one who selected the room we performed it in. It was Himiko.
However, which one shall we use? The metal vein. I like the metal vein. Very well, I shall begin. I love myself. Alright. We die like that.
Also, we should not limit our suspects to only those who participated in the seance. The empty room had a point of entry from outside, you see.
Point of entry from outside, he must be referring to. Is there a hole over there?
There! You're talking about under the floor, right?
Sure as hell struggled to notice shit like that in the investigation.
Yes, there's a crawl space under the floor a person could move through. There was also a hole that connected it to the neighboring room.
If the culprit used the hole, they could have entered and exited the seance room.
If we consider that possibility, then there is another suspect.
Another suspect? Who?
It's appearing before me. Oh, I can see it clearly. The true identity of Tenko's killer.
Switching gears then.
Sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark.
Edge child. Okay, so. Alright. Probably not that, maybe that.
You see, our villain had a light.
Light? You mean candle?
I mean, Kibo's flashlight function. Huh? Now hold on a second.
Kibo could have used that function to get under the floor and sneak into the empty room during the seance.
I said hold on a second.
He used his rope.
Flashlight function.
Spot functions to commit the murders.
Hold on a second.
Hole in the corner. Sure, a little light can move around under the floor, but is that
The
possible?
culprit sneaked in during the seance.
Trying to do the light beaming out.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
Light? You mean candle?
I mean, Kibo's flashlight function. Now hold on a second.
Kibo could have used that function to get under the floor.
Sure, it's crammed under the floor. Enough space for one person to move around. Okay. I think it's gotta be
Sneaked
that.
in during the seance.
Blinding light.
By crawling under.
It's nothing to do with that. It was not loose before the seance. Dry blood on the bottom part of the floorboard.
Because it wasn't dark. Our villain had a light.
Light? Candle?
Kibo's flashlight function.
Under the floor.
Here is a something else I can show.
I said hold on.
No.
The culprit sneaked in during the seance. Flashlight function.
No, Kibo could have used that function to get under the
No. Alright. What do you want me to fucking say, game?
I was wrong.
I was wrong!
Culprit sneaked in during the seance.
Let's examine hole in the corner. There's a space under the floor so you can see what was dropped there. Function that Miyu had added to Kibo. He can emit a blinding light from his eyes.
By crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black, dude.
Because it wasn't dark. You, our villain, had
Oh, there's that Kyo's fucking phrase now.
Function to get under the
I don't see why that'd be wrong. I think Miyu would know what she's talking about there. Alright, we're at an obtuse moment, I think.
By crawling under the floor.
Did I not use hole in the floor on Miyu's statement? I'll try again. I'm very sure I tried.
Use that function to get under the
Yeah, I did try.
The culprit sneaked in during the seance. By crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance.
It's alright, I feel like we're going to be doing a Google on this one.
How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark. You see, our villain had light? You mean candle? I mean Kibo's flashlight function. Huh?
No, Kibo could have used that function to get under the floor and sneak into the empty room during the seance.
I said hold on. The culprit sneaked in during the seance. It wasn't dark. See, our villain had
I bet we're getting game over here, guys. Oh, yep, dead. Alright. Google of shame, my friends. Fucking feel like it, yeah, I feel like it's going to be going to... They couldn't have used the light because we would have seen the light because there was a fucking hole in the corner of the room. I feel like that's where this is going. Alright, I'll get my shit together. I'm going to bring it to a vote screen while I do that, guys. Oh shit. So yeah, it's fucking, like, I'm pretty much right. It's hole in the fucking floor on fucking Kyo's statement. Obtuse, motherfuckers. Alright, let's tally up these votes and then we'll get back into it. Okay. Alright, so... Up on Kaido Kikichi, down on Himi and Angie. Alright. Alright. Let's get back to it then. No, bitch. Power of video game says that it's not over. Alright, fucking dumb.
During the seance,
Ah, shit.
by crawling up under the floor.
Alright, Keo, you sack of shit. We've derailed this long enough. I mean, I had the fucking right reasoning. Of couldn't be lights because they're hole in floor.
I don't think the culprit
Oh well.
could have used a light
There we go.
under the floor.
Sorry, guys.
There was a hole in the corner of the room.
I mean, that's the problem, and it's in all the Danganronpa games at some point where you're like, I know what you're getting at, but I do not know what statement or what statement you want. This is the problem.
But when you did the seance, the room was definitely pitch black.
So a light was not shined under the floor, which means you cannot claim I am the culprit.
Jeez, here I thought this would be the case where the murder could only be done by a robot.
You have accused me of being the culprit more than once now, simply because I am a robot.
That's fiber.
My status as a robot does not mean I am capable of performing superhuman feats. My vision is somewhat poor, and I only possess average physical strength and intelligence.
All right, you made your point. God, now I feel sort of bad for you.
I actually suck ass.
Nor need your pity.
I'm a robot Makoto of sorts.
Flashlight! Way too bright!
It would have been difficult to move around under the floor in that pitch black darkness. Maybe the floor and the hole have nothing to do with this case.
Then why was floorboard under Tenko lined up funny? Going to think that was so culprit could stab Tenko from under floor.
Ooh, nice observation, Gonta. Are you finally getting used to the class trials?
Uh-huh. Thank you.
Don't say it like that. You're better off not being used to this kind of stuff.
Maybe they marked Tenko with glowing paint and looked for that. That'd let the culprit find her. Then they could stab her through the floorboards.
Boy, that sounds really familiar too.
Cause Gonta, gentlemen.
But I'm just gonna ignore it.
Her corpse didn't have any trace of glowing paint, though.
Oh, yeah. So then why was that floorboard loose?
The loose floorboard was the one under Tenko, right? If the culprit used it while she was still alive, she'd totally notice.
Who fucking cares? Fussing over that won't get us closer to the culprit!
We shouldn't dismiss this line of inquiry, however. Instead of butting our heads against this, how about we concentrate on another issue?
What other issue?
Perhaps first, we should figure out how and when exactly Tenko was killed.
When? So not during seance?
Tenko was in the metal cage for the whole seance, wasn't she? How could someone have gotten to her there?
Maybe the culprit killed her before she went under the metal cage. That's not possible. She was alive at that point.
It's the point of no return, Tenko. After this point, you mustn't speak. Degenerate male! It'll be Angie speaking through you. Understood?
Yes,
My voice is no
she was
more!
unmistakably alive when the seance began.
That was right before we blew out the candles. But when the light came back...
The floorboard was removed at that point, so it's likely she was already dead then.
So she was killed when the room was dark?
But she was inside cage, right? Gonta think it
Impossible.
impossible to kill her then.
But she wasn't killed when the room was dark. It was a different time.
A different time?
How the fuck should I know? You figure it out, shitheads.
Huh?
Since Gonta said it was impossible, I'm proposing an alternate theory. Now hurry up and think! If you want to make my golden brain tingle, start circle jerking your lipstick brains! seance.
It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time. And she was dead when the cage was lifted.
What about moment cage was lifted?
Like that.
When cage lifted, culprit stabbed Tango real fast. So fast, no one saw.
Oh my!
So who lifted the cage?
It was me.
Then obviously Himiko is the culprit.
There's no to the down!
Why are you even getting off it, girl? Tinko not being killed during the seance. It might not be impossible, but there's no evidence for
When
it.
Tenko got killed, it wasn't during the seance.
Dog statue.
It could not have been done. She was under the cage the whole time.
Was under the cage the whole time. That is a true statement.
When cage was lifted.
Cage was lifted. No,
I was wrong.
okay. Maybe got something to do with the fact that the dog is pretty heavy.
It could not have.
Gonta said something else along the lines of they just like picked it up and quickly stabbed her. Unless it was literally Gonta. It's not gonna happen.
Cage lifted, culprit stabbed Tango real fast.
Nah, it wasn't
No
shootable
one
though.
saw.
Couldn't be.
Himiko is the culprit.
Couldn't be Himiko because she's too little and weak. Nope. Okay. Right, Himiko. I get the logic.
When
Okay.
Tenko got killed,
Let's look in the something else then. Iron cage. Tinko's blood was on the bottom of the cage.
during the seance.
Or even the sheet.
It could have been done. She was under the cage the whole time. And she was dead when the cage.
Cage was lifted.
Yeah, moment cage was lifted.
Like that.
Right, it was on the bottom of the cage. So maybe iron cage on cage was lifted.
So fast, no one saw. So who lifted the cage?
Under the cage the whole time.
Not to mention the crazy amount of white noise on that statement, so it's definitely what I gotta shoot. Alright, iron cage wasn't at white sheet. It's very thick, cannot be seen through. Blood on the back. No hole in the fabric.
Under the cage the whole time.
Lifted.
There we go. I know that's the statement, we're just gonna go through my most likely bullets. Let's go.
No, it wasn't possible to kill her the moment the cage was lifted. Because the inside of the white cloth had Tenko's blood on it. That cloth was removed before the cage was lifted. If Tenko was stabbed then, there wouldn't be blood on the cloth.
What? But how could my golden brain be wrong when it felt so right?
Because you need to be satisfied.
The only possibility is
You're
that
on
Tenko
heat.
was killed during the seance.
I got your remodel right here.
Alright.
Fine, I'll fucking do it. To think that Tenko was killed during the seance.
What?
Ha! Fucking virgin! I'm gonna prove it right now. My golden brain is gonna go all out! Fuck all y'all! Tenko died after the say. It happened when the sheet was lifted. That was the moment the culprit chose to stab the fuck out of Tenko through the cage. They stepped the thin blade through the gaps of the cage, and that clean white sheet got stained blood red.
But the weapon was a sickle. Only the blade could have fit through the gaps.
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough.
Tenko's last moments. Back within that. Okay.
To reach Tenko.
Shit.
Sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
Wasn't it? No problem with that, and come up with a better explanation, bucko. I was wrong, no!
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko. Sitting in there with her neck all exposed. She wasn't that far from the cage's gaps. In which case, the person who lifted the sheet is the culprit. And that's none other than Kyo!
Alright.
The blade's all you need.
Marker Stone.
If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage,
Dried blood on the bottom part of the floor.
it'd be long enough to reach Tenko. Sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
Nope.
Oh no!
Come on, Shuichi. Don't lose to Miyu.
Blade's all you need.
Iron cage again.
If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko. Sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
Are we gonna have a case of like it's the thing I thought I tried? Oh wow, I lost to Miyu. Alright. Nah. We'll just retry. Fucking moon logic ass shit. Yeah, I feel like it's her last moments.
Died after the seance. It happened when the sheet was lifted. That was the moment the culprit chose to stab the fuck out of Tenko through the cage. They stepped the thin blade through the gaps, and that clean white sheet got stained blood red.
But the weapon was a sickle. Only the blade could have fit through the gaps.
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko.
Did I tricycle under the
Sitting in there
floor?
with her neck all exposed.
I did, eh? Yeah, alright. Try it again.
That's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko.
Is there even the marker
Sitting in
stone?
there with her neck all exposed.
Alright, explain to me, games.
Wait just a minute. Tenko wasn't sitting down inside the cage.
Oh, the final moment! She was crouched over!
She was bent over with her forehead against the marker.
Fucking hell!
The cage itself was about 3 feet tall.
The final moment! She was crouched over! So it wouldn't have been that easy! It's what I was fucking getting at!
It was too short.
That's what I was fucking getting at! That's what I was... You're shitting me!
I messed up again? How could this happen?
Not that the marker stone wasn't like a fucking... Like, it's not that the marker stone wasn't a viable truth bullet, it was just one that made a lot more sense.
No worries, Mew. Everyone already knows
Fucking
you're an
hell.
embarrassment to the human race.
Chapter 3, everyone.
Yeah, no worries.
Yep, come in and be awesome, Kikichi. Come in and carry this shit, Kikichi and Miyu, because fuck this chapter.
Shuichi is right. Then it's impossible for Tenko to have been killed through the cage.
She couldn't have been killed during the seance since she was in the cage, right?
If she was killed then, the cloth over the cage would have been pierced.
Not during the seance or from below the floor. Then it's impossible, isn't it?
Yeah, for a living person.
Huh?
What if Angie's spirit killed Tenko?
What are you talking about? That's not possible.
We don't know that. Some things are impossible for a human, but not for a spirit.
Don't say stupid stuff like that. Screw spirits.
Stop that now.
Angie's spirit killed Tenko? Why?
Himiko?
Why would Angie's spirit kill Tenko?
What if Tenko killed Angie, and then Angie's spirit came back for revenge?
Like I said, that's impossible. Spirits can't be culprits.
Then explain how the culprit killed Tenko under these impossible circumstances.
Where's my Danganronpa spin-off where it's fucking Kaito and fucking Hero, Ghost Hunters,
Well,
Ghostbusters?
See? You can't explain, can you? Only a spirit could have done.
wait, I know. What if the culprit was hiding inside the cage? If they were in there, they could have stabbed Tenko during the seance.
No. If there was someone else in the cage, we would have
I agree with
noticed.
Kaito. The culprit could have been inside the cage.
You do?
Nonsense. There was no space in the cage for the culprit to hide.
Maybe the culprit wouldn't need to hide in the first place.
What?
Also, the culprit could have killed her in the cage at any time. I think you know what I'm getting at, right?
The day she's referring to. Who could have killed Tenko from inside the cage? I'm just trying to think. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be Kyo because he was doing the preparations. No. Okay.
Oh no!
So no, we're not fingering the culprit yet, so... Who could have killed her from inside the cage? What? Like, I knew we're not fingering the culprit, but I was like, okay, you know, Kyo did all the fucking setting up. What are we fucking getting at then? It's not gonna be fucking Angie, is it? Is that where we're going with this? No, I don't think so. Do me Angie's ghost. Stop saying about such stupid things. Alright, what's the logic we're going on here? Going to because he's strong? No. At any time.
Oh no!
Ah, it's trying to do the Sakura fucking approach. Okay. I was like, I know it's not fingering the culprit time, but like, you know, who's it trying to fucking get at here?
What did you say? Are you saying Tenko is the culprit?
She committed suicide.
Suicide?
If she committed suicide, it would explain a lot of things we couldn't figure out. She volunteered to be in the cage, and then stabbed herself during the seance. It wouldn't matter how dark the room was.
But the sickle she was stabbed with was under the floor, right? If Tenko had stabbed herself, wouldn't the sickle still be inside the cage?
Oh my god. Mew actually said something smart.
Perhaps that explains why the floorboard was removed. After stabbing herself with the sickle, she threw it underneath the floor.
So she took off the floorboard to get rid of the sickle?
Yes, that makes sense to
That
Gota.
makes sense to Gota. Of course it makes sense to you.
It doesn't make sense to me.
Himiko talking sense.
No reason for Tenko to commit suicide.
Maybe I wasn't too far off with the theory I had earlier. You know, about Tenko killing Angie.
Yeah?
Because Tenko and
Oh shit.
and Angie were fighting for your attention, right?
Angie! Give her back to me, you slut!
Tenko's pent-up frustration led her to commit such an atrocity. Her conscience couldn't handle it anymore, so she decided to end her own life.
What?
But if she was gonna kill herself, why do it during the seance?
She wanted to hide the truth of her suicide.
Really? Why?
There could only be one reason to hide it in a killing game, right? It's to take us down with her.
Take us down?
She wanted us to pick the wrong answer during the class trial, so she could bring us all down. She wanted us to die with her.
Now it's fucking calling back to Nagido's case?
Okay, well, she probably just wanted Himiko to die with her, but still.
What
This
are
is
you
like
saying?
all the callbacks.
Himiko wasn't like that. She told me.
Keep your chin up and move forward! Especially down there.
What if all of that was just a lie?
A lie?
Wait! We should believe Tenko's last words.
The true terror of class trials is that you shouldn't believe everything said.
Himiko, you said that Tenko would never do anything like that. But how can you be so sure? Did you guys actually know each other? People keep all sorts of secrets. Like Maki. She hid the fact that she's a cold-blooded killer. Is it wise of us to trust other people wholeheartedly in this kind of situation?
Jeez, you're
Is
such
that a
naive
Coco
dude.
callback?
Naive?
We're all just people.
When
you
Kaito's
know?
calling you
Of course we're gonna have
naive.
some secrets. What matters is whether there's any malice behind it.
Captain Optimist is calling you naive.
People can lie about how malicious their hidden secrets really are.
Well, duh. It's impossible to know for sure what others are thinking. That's why it all comes down to whether or not you believe in yourself. If you get betrayed, it's not their fault. It's your fault for believing in them. That's why I believed in Maki Roll, because I wanted to believe in her.
Just because you're acting all cool doesn't mean you get to skip training.
Hey, come on. Don't you think you're being a little too strict?
Well,
Shut up
we
and
come
kiss
from different
already.
backgrounds. So for now, let's agree to disagree. No one's ever called me naive before. And from Kaito? Seriously?
That's what I was thinking.
Whether or not I believe.
I am Captain Nihilist and I got called naive by Captain Optimist.
Himiko anymore. But I want to believe in her.
She wouldn't commit suicide. She wouldn't try to take us down. That's what I want to believe.
Me too. Gonta, no one can believe Tenko commits suicide.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, that would answer all of our questions.
If you insist we believe in Tenko, then provide a reason to do so.
Proper reason.
I'll give you a reason.
Is there a reason?
Yes, there is. Will you trust me, Maki? If it turns out I'm wrong, you can blame me all you like. But for now, I need you to trust in my detective work.
I don't believe Tenko would kill herself because of what she said. Okay, everyone, I'll see you guys after the seance. In hell! She said, see you guys after. I doubt she had a sudden change of heart. Just because we don't know how she was killed doesn't mean that it was a suicide. We shouldn't be satisfied with that, and if we keep thinking, we'll find the truth. But that means we have to believe in Tenko. I'll make them all believe. Friend! Alright.
Suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she
Dick
did
move.
intentions.
Tenko's not that kind of person.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance.
She could have secretly brought the sickle. And then stabbed herself with it.
Finally, with the last of her strength, she threw the sickle underneath the floor. All the people.
Tenko's last moments. Dying crouch position, injury in the back of her neck was deep, but probably not enough to kill her immediately. Is this a lie, Bullet? Let's get out of this. I need to make them think the suicide theory would have worked.
Suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
Monochroma file.
If Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance.
Let's try it.
Secretly brought the
shit.
sickle. And then stab yourself with it.
Finally, with the last of her strength, threw the sickle underneath the floor.
I only feel the truth. Tenko couldn't have thrown the sickle under the floor because she died instantly.
Instantly.
Had to think about that. I was like, it's a lie, Bullet. Just because of Shuichi's comment, it's a lie, Bullet. The death might not have been instant, but she couldn't have gone far before she bled out.
I'm certain of it. My investigation determined that she died instantly.
What's your opinion, Maki? I'd like to hear from someone who specializes in murder.
Murder.
Maki.
Bitch.
You're right. I completely forgot about that important detail.
Just going along with
Died
it.
instantly. As an assassin, I specialize in killing their targets swiftly. Do you want to die? Stop that Tenko is killed immediately.
Words of a true killer. Pretty sure we can believe everything she said.
Fight! Fight! Fight!
Thank you,
Did you
Maki.
forget that, Maki Roll? You better apologize to Shuichi.
Better apologize to our son.
It's okay, Kaito, really. No apology necessary. Anyway, Tenko died so suddenly that she couldn't have gotten rid of the sickle. Knowing that, the theory that she killed herself just doesn't fit, correct?
Just like I thought. Tenko wouldn't commit suicide.
Thank goodness, Himiko.
Which means someone definitely killed Tenko during the seance.
Her suicide was considered because we could not determine how she was killed.
No, there must have been a way. We're gonna figure it out.
Did any of the participants witness anything peculiar during the seance? If you know something, please speak up. It could be the key to solving this mystery.
Not a bad idea. We should remember what happened at the seance. Let me try to remember. I'm sure there's something. I need some kind of clue that will help me solve this mystery.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary during the seance? There is something that bothers me,
Sound during the
but the
seance.
seance failed. The ritual was perfect, and yet it failed. How utterly strange.
Now that I think about it, while we were all singing the song, I heard something fall.
Yes, I agree. I heard it too.
I agree.
Huh? I didn't hear it. Alright, let's go over this with a fine-tooth comb.
Because of that sound you heard, right?
At last, cool as song.
It sounded like something heavy fell down and hit the floor really hard. It could have fallen down.
Fallen down? There wasn't anything on the ceiling that could have fallen down, right?
Well, I thought something fell, but
The sound was pretty loud. It did seem like something hit the floorboards.
A loud sound like something hit the floorboards. Maybe that sound had something to do with the other thing that happened in the dark. What caused the sound that was heard during the seance? I guess it was the loose floorboard.
This is it! I think the floorboard coming off had something to do with that sound. That floorboard came loose at some point during the seance, right?
would the floorboard have made such a loud sound, though?
It was the sound of an intense impact.
If the impact was that intense, then it could have loosened the floorboard.
That is true. There would have had to be a strong impact to make that sound. But what was it? What could it possibly be? What could it possibly be? What could it possibly be, guys?
All right then, let's go with that. We all gotta put our heads together now.
Alright guys, let's see what it possibly be.
So what made the floorboard come loose?
Judging from the
Impossible.
sound, there must have been
I think Gonta translated this game.
Someone who participated in the seance. Maybe that person tore off the floorboard.
That wouldn't make such a loud crashing sound.
Cross piece under the floor.
Maybe the wooden statue fell over.
But that statue was still on top of the cage.
Culprit hide under floor, then stood up with such might.
But we already said there was no one under the floor.
Someone must have stomped through the floorboard.
A floorboard that comes loose when you step on it is dangerous. God, it's like I'm the only one here who's staying on the ball.
You hardly have any experience with balls to say that, Mew.
Don't be stupid. Don't you know me and Balls are the best of friends?
Fucking hell. Me and Balls are the best of friends! What would have made a strong enough impact to knock the floorboards loose?
So what made the floorboard
What's cross piece under the floor?
come
It's not sickle.
loose?
Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable force.
Someone who participated in the seance.
It's gotta be the cross piece. Removed! And removed deliberately. Maybe that person. No. Because she said tore!
What made the floorboard come loose?
Such a loud crash.
Wooden statue fell over.
Definitely not that.
Still on top of the cage.
Hide under floor, then stood up with such might.
Don't think it's
But
that.
we already said there was no one
Someone must have stomped through the floor.
I agree.
Kichi falling on his face through the floorboards was to help further this theory too, I believe.
The floorboard came loose because someone stomped on it.
The floorboards fit perfect. Going to make sure first time we go to empty room.
When we first saw the room, yes. But when I looked again during the investigation, one of the cross pieces supporting the floorboards was cut off. After examining the cut, I concluded that it must have been done deliberately.
Someone? You mean the culprit, right? Why'd they do that?
What did the culprit stand to gain by cutting the cross piece?
What did they stand to gain? That's the question. To solve this case, I'll need to think carefully about the crosspiece and floorboard. Tenko's body was at one end of the loose floorboard. The crosspiece that had been cut was on the other end of the floorboard. The unsupported part was outside the cage, so it could have been stomped on. Sorry guys, getting some gas here. Getting some bubbles. Only one of the cross pieces was cut, the other two are intact. One of them was right under Tenko, and the other was in the center, right about where the edge of the cage was. What was the culprit attempting to achieve by stomping on the floorboard? Think, come on, think! Hangman's Gambit. Oh my god! I think I know it though. Yep, okay, we got this, we got this. We got this! No, what? Oh no, it's with two E's. See ya, saw! So what? Seesaw. No. What is the second word? Fuck's sakes. Fuck, this trial is killing me! Killing me!
Let it end here.
Seesaw E. Seesaw E. Seesaw effect? Is that what it's gonna be? Oh, yeah. Okay. It is absolutely gonna be that. All out of concentration! Oh, okay, that's what I want. Shit, where is the T at? Yeah.
I see now. That's right. The floorboard might have been used as a seesaw. The crosspiece at one end of the floorboard had been cut off. The other two crosspieces hold.
We'll have a trial utilize the seesaw effect.
Meaning, if you were to apply force to the end of the floorboard with no crosspiece,
Boing!
the next crosspiece would act as a fulcrum to turn the floorboard.
It was Mario, he did it.
A lever capable of lifting up Tenko's entire body.
Was it fucking, I think it was like, what was it? Was it Thanksgiving or April Fools and they fucking like Sega made an actual free fucking murder mystery Sonic game? Who killed Sonic the Hedgehog? Like they actually made that.
Yeah, that sounds like a seesaw, alright. But why bother lifting Tenko's body?
They couldn't have killed Tenko like that. Unless they used the sickle.
That's exactly it. Using the seesaw trick, it was possible to kill Tenko with a sickle. In order for the culprit to kill Tenko with a seesaw trick, the placement of the sickle is the most important factor.
Yeah, it's probably still free on Steam. The floorboard seesaw, the cage, and the blood on the white fabric. What conclusions can I draw from this? There's only one place the sickle could have been that's consistent with the evidence. On top of the cage.
That's it! The sickle was at the top of the iron cage, with the blade facing down. The reason we didn't see it was because of the fabric covering the cage. Also, the wooden statue kept the blade in place. It's true that the sickle's handle was thick, which made the statue wobble, but the statue's weight kept it from falling over. Once everything was in place, if you stepped hard enough on the seesaw, Tenko's body would have shot upward and hit the blade on the top of the cage. She was bent over, meaning
Oh shit.
the sickle's blade would have connected with her neck.
The 6-inch sickle blade wasn't long enough to stab Tenko in her crouch position. But with the floorboard acting as a seesaw, it could compensate for the blade's length.
Bringing the victim to the sickle rather than bringing the sickle to the victim. That's definitely an unorthodox idea.
It's crazy. It would explain how Tenko got stabbed while she was in the cage.
And the sound we heard was the culprit stomping on the floorboard.
That impact makes floorboard come loose.
Looks like we got ourselves a good old-fashioned seesaw homicide. Wait, what the hell's a seesaw homicide? That's fucking crazy!
The craziness is what really makes the killing game fun, you know? They can't get away with murder the normal way, so they gotta think outside the box. Kudos, culprit! You did a great job keeping me entertained.
Indeed. Well played, Himiko.
Yeah?
It was you, wasn't it? The one behind the seesaw homicide.
Why her?
Because she's the only one capable of carrying out this plan.
Of course.
Only one? Why's that?
Because this seesaw homicide required its location to be prepared beforehand. By cutting the crosspiece beneath the floorboard, you mean? Then the culprit would need to lure their victim into the prepared room. That is why you chose that room for the seance. Is it not, Himiko?
However, there are 3 empty rooms. Which one shall we use? The middle one, because I like the middle one. It's the best, it's the main character one.
Himiko was the one who chose the site for the seance.
She likely found out about my plans for the seance somehow. You were quite vocal about the seance, Kyo. You even had instructions for it in your lab.
Is this a callback to Celeste?
Our culprit, Himiko, prepared her seesaw trap ahead of time. Then she waited for me to host the seance and suggested the middle room. She led us all into holding the seance right where she wanted it. Then she killed Tenko, all according to plan.
That's a lie, right? Himiko did such a thing?
In the end, Himiko, who Tenko cherished and loved, tragically killed her.
Wait! We don't know that, right? He's wrong, right, Himiko? Himiko would never kill Tenko, right?
Kill Tinko? I killed Tinko?
Himiko?
What's wrong, Himiko?
It is true that using the middle room was Himiko's idea. Does that mean Himiko really killed Tenko? Did something like that really happen? Something so cruel. Alright, finally at the halfway point. Alright. Sure, why not? I only go toilet or nothing, so let us fucking push on. Who could it be, guys? Who could it be?
Well now.
Looks like we've reached the intermission segment, which means it's time for our nonsense. Guess the victim quiz. A victim quiz, not a culprit prize. The only victims are the people who are still watching this drawn-out, boring crap. Why are you being such a downer all of a sudden? It is okay. I am sure everyone is happy. How do you know? They could be skipping this entire conversation for all you know. I can't take it. I can't take it anymore. I'm the real victim here. Me. Why are you getting upset? If anything, I'm the real victim. I gotta put up with all this nonsense all the time.
Absolutely right.
Why is she wearing a bra but no panties? That's the right answer, Monodime! Why? anything. Exactly, because there are no victims. Yep, even if you're killed in this killing game, you're a winner. Because then everyone mourns you and you get tons of posthumous popularity. Oh, Daddy, you don't need to reveal these kind of behind-the-scenes details. Die makes you more popular, then we gotta die soon too. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I just got sick of it, but it just ended. Shut up.
I'm playing with real ghosts, but it doesn't.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Good. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. All right.
Answer us, Himiko. You chose the middle room to lure us into your trap, did you not? Then you used that trap to kill Tenko, yes?
Well, Donkey Lips, did you kill that twat?
Oh, Miyu, your dialogue.
Wait, must be some
Sharp as a razor.
No way Himiko is culprit.
Then she needs to defend herself. Otherwise, this debate is deadlocked.
I don't care if you gotta use magic to do it, but say something already.
Are you even listening?
No, I'm not listening.
Nani?
I don't care anymore. I'm too tired.
She's having executive dysfunction.
Angie died.
I feel you, Gil.
Tenko died. Why did I have to survive? And now you're all saying I killed them? I just don't care anymore.
Himiko.
Do whatever. If you want to vote for me, then just go ahead.
The game gets really blah if the suspect isn't into it.
That's not the problem.
Damn it. Don't tell me you've given up.
Himiko, don't give up.
Don't you understand? My life is riding on the outcome of this trial!
Just shut up. I told you, I'm too tired. It's all just big pain. I can't put up with it anymore.
What are you talking about? If you give up here...
You needn't worry. Himiko was the one who chose that room. Therefore, she is unmistakably the culprit.
Impossible! Himiko would never kill Tenko! Himiko not that kind of person! Gonta can tell by Himiko's face!
Himiko's a little slow, so I don't think she's capable of handling a complex.
What are you saying, Maki?
I also think Himiko's not the culprit. Somehow.
Either way, we gotta look for more possibilities.
That does seem...
Where are you, Miyu? That was your time to go. You mean retarded?
No, it's not. We gotta be strong. Gotta keep thinking. Then we might find new truth. So no give up, Himiko!
Himiko, I know how you feel. I felt the same way after Kaede died. But we can't give up. We survived. We can't give up for the sake of everyone who died. Bloody Kokichi.
In that room was Himiko.
Got her in the chamber.
What if someone steered her into picking that room?
Of the 3 empty rooms.
Got her in the chamber. Bloody Kokichi in the chamber.
Was trap only in that room? Other rooms may be trapped too.
Yep. Just Kokichi stood on one.
I agree.
It's just like Gonta said. Each room was the same. They were all trapped.
What? Is that true?
Kokichi will tell you.
It's Kingdom Hearts ass no fucking sound effects.
Wait, what are you talking about?
I guess there was no crossbeam support on the floorboard. I can't step through. Haha, what bad luck. It's a lie.
While you were in the room next to the crime scene, you found a loose floorboard, right?
No.
Oh shit. I've hit the fucking touchpad a few times.
Hold on! There was also a loose floorboard in the next room?
So the culprit prepared a trap in all 3 empty rooms, not just the middle one.
If the culprit set traps in all the rooms, then they wouldn't need to select a room themselves.
So the real trap was for someone else to pick a room and take the blame.
I see. We were caught in the culprit's trap all along.
Especially you!
But now there's no reason to suspect Himiko, right?
Himiko, do you remember what Tenko told you?
I love you! Be my girlfriend! Please! And don't give up and shit like that.
Facing forward. She said that to you, right? If you give up on living, you'd be betraying her memory. We're all trying to keep our promises to the dead. This trial, it's not just for our lives. It's for everyone who's died as well. That's why we can't give up. This is our responsibility. We live on.
Right. Yeah, that's right. If I gave up here, I wouldn't be able to face Angie or Tinko.
That's right. So let's do our best.
Friends!
Alright, I'm not gonna say it's a pain anymore. I won't give up. I'll fight alongside everyone.
Shaving an arc.
Do not say everyone. After all, the blackened is still among us.
Nipples too!
Hey, there you go. Killing the mood like usual. But damn! Well said, Shuichi. That's what I'd expect from my soul, bro. Your soul, bro?
Well, anyway,
Just
do
go
you
with
think
it,
the
Shuichi.
Blackened this time has some sort of superpower?
What are you talking about?
Well,
your
as a
adoptive
self-proclaimed
extrovert.
expert of stepping through floorboards, isn't it weird that no one stepped through that floorboard before the culprit used it?
Ah, that is a good point.
It must have been barrier magic. Well, that's one possibility, but I think it might have been something else.
Why did no one step on the floorboard until it was used for the murder? Ah, that's it, Eureka! The magic circle.
This is it! It's because of the magic circle at the scene of the crime.
Don't step on the salt! If you step on the salt, I'll give you my salt in your face! My dick!
Before we began the seance,
Yep,
you
that's
were
how it
warned
went.
not to step on the circle. The floorboard in question was within the circle. That's why no one stepped on it.
So the magic circle's purpose was to keep us away from the whole trip.
That was part of the culprit's plans too?
Who could it be? If that's the case, then the culprit, there's no doubt in my mind, they're the one who killed Tenko. Only one person had the opportunity and the fucking motive. Yep. Yeah, gimpy ass bastard.
Kyo, was it you?
Whatever are you talking about?
Little old me, little old me.
I'm talking about Tenko's murder.
Him?
Why do you suspect
The Nazi gimp? Him?
Because you were the one who drew the magic circle. The circle kept us from discovering the seesaw trick. But that that's not all it was for. In order to make the murder succeed, variables like Tenko's position and the placement of the cage needed to be defined. And those variables were defined by using the magic circle. In short, the circle itself was the most important tool in this murder. Knowing that, the person who drew the magic circle has to be the culprit.
Well, Kyo,
Answer already! Did you do it?
My true form!
What is so funny? I was just thinking. So this is how each Blackened must have felt. What an intriguing experience this is.
What? An intriguing experience?
But if I am the culprit as you claim, then I stomped on the floorboard, yes? So, do tell. How could I have stomped on the floorboard during that darkened seance?
I have no emotions, and I am going to be completely logical. Prove to me how I possibly could have done it. This does not make me look suspicious.
I see. That is problem.
Unless that is made clear, you cannot be certain I am the culprit.
He did ask an important question to Monokuma, though.
how can you be so calm when you're backed into a corner like this?
I will explain that in due time.
That might explain why he's
Please
chill.
answer my question first.
The culprit stepped on that exact floorboard even in the darkness. But how? How did they move around in total darkness? In the room that dark, it's hard to imagine the culprit found the right board. Although, even after I put out the candle, I can move along the wall with my hand.
Wait a minute. Maybe...
Did you figure it out?
That's it. The culprit didn't even have to see it all. They used... yeah, touch.
That's it!
What else can you use?
The culprit used touch. They didn't see. They felt.
That way they could get around in the dark, like how I got to the candle.
Wasn't Seesaw in middle of room? Gonta doesn't think it was near wall.
So they probably used something besides the wall to move then, right?
Were there any other markers within reach?
Of course, the answer to that is there was nothing of the sort.
No, I'm sure there was something. A landmark they could have used to determine where the floorboard was. Must have been at the scene, I know it. The magic circle. What? Ah, that's not how you spell magic. I was like, what? It's not C? Of course it's not C, you fucking idiot. Alright. You illiterate fucking moron. Come on. Where's an R? There we go. There we go. Oh, what? Oh, fucking hell, I did it twice. That's an I. I want an L. There we go.
I see now. That's it. The magic circle. They used the magic circle. Remember? The magic circle was drawn with salt. The culprit used the salt's texture to feel their way through the dark.
I see. So Kyo traced the magic circle with his hands to get to the loose floorboard.
Oh, I see. You drew the magic circle with salt to use it as a guide.
An interesting thought. It is unfortunate that it is so wrong.
So,
Recall the document. What did the magic circle look like?
Based on the document, the magic circle wouldn't reach the corners of the room.
So what?
When the room was darkened, each of us was in a corner of the room, yes? The magic circle didn't reach us, so I could not have followed it, yes?
But you're talking about the magic circle in the document. That doesn't mean the circle you drew was the same.
No, I most definitely drew it exactly the same. I have it perfectly memorized.
So which is it? Is there any way to check?
Not anymore. The magic circle is a complete mess from being trampled on.
I see, another piece of the puzzle. Drawing the circle with salt all but guaranteed it would be temporary. The investigation itself would have gotten rid of the evidence. Clever.
Everyone, may I have your attention, please?
What a pain. We don't have any way to check it now.
Excuse me, everyone. May I have your attention?
I have a camera function!
Well,
That's where it's
I
gonna
guess
go.
there's no point in discussing the magic circle anymore.
Hey, may I have your attention?
I said cut that out! It's too bright!
I apologize. I just wanted everyone to listen to me.
About what?
I had Neo add another function to my body, in addition to the flashlight.
A camera function?
No way! Did you really? Stop! You can't! I didn't install it for that purpose!
Please, let me use it. With it, I might be able to save everyone.
Alright, so what is this function?
It's an image recording function.
Image recording?
Specifically, this function allows me to dispense a printout of my own memory. I'll give it a try. Ready?
Wow, so cool!
I also use magic.
You turn into a Canadian.
This printout is my memory of being kicked out of the seance. Please confirm that the floor of the empty room is clearly visible. Go on, take the picture and see for yourself.
Bug movie.
Yes, Gonta watch Bug Movie to fill Gonta with fight, so Gonta can fight Monokuma.
Reluctantly took the paper from Kibo's gross mouth. So this is the magic circle used for
Well,
the seance.
Shuichi, do you notice anything?
I don't know, maybe just those lines going to the corners. You're gonna make me point them out? Okay. You are.
There!
Yeah. There!
This helped a lot, Kibo. Without
You did it good!
I never would have seen through Kyo's lie.
My lie.
You just said that you drew the magic circle exactly as it appears in the document. But that's a lie, isn't it? The magic circle at the scene had lines that stretched to the room's corners, which means that you would be able to find the floorboard from anywhere in the room.
So it was different from the document after all.
All because Himiko noticed, and because of Kibo too.
Hey, where's my things? I'm the one who installed that function into Kibo.
Hey, yeah! What was it you were saying about its purpose?
Oh, to be honest, the purpose of that image recording function is to monitor my health.
It's gonna be sexual.
Specifically, I make Kibo use that function every day to analyze my turds.
Okay. Poopy. Poopy pee-pee, the second common Vulcan jokes.
Why? Shit is a great indicator of intestinal
The
health
two biggest
and
power
gut
plays of
bacteria
Cards
quality.
vs. Humanity. Pee-pee poo-poo and sexy dick-dick.
Plus, taking a satisfying shit does wonders for a woman's natural beauty, so...
So it's true, ladies, you feel really beautiful after taking a huge shit.
Watch out! This is why I didn't want to tell you about my plan!
Quit talking about your poop. No one cares. Kyo, you killed Tenko, didn't you? Just give up and admit it already.
Yeah,
So,
TBH.
Kyo, if you have any objections, you can...
Your deductions are fiction. Well, since you've given me the option, I will most certainly object. To be honest, it's unimportant, but it may be an amusing version.
Unimportant?
Now I shall bear witness to your ability, Shuichi. Do entertain me.
Alright.
If you are going to claim I am the culprit, then what of the murder weapon? It was set up in the cage. We'll never be capable of that. Are Kokichi and Shuichi who carried the cage.
Fuck.
So suspicion should fall on them.
True, we could have placed the sickle there, but we could not have removed it later. Because we weren't the ones who lifted the cage. That was Himiko.
The only person who could have collected the sickle is Himiko. Nope. But the only people who could have placed the sickle are Kokichi and Shuichi. But in regards to that dilemma, I did not carry the cage, nor did I lift it. I had no opportunity to touch the sickle.
I'll cut through your words.
Waiting for you, bitch.
The only person who could have set up the sickle and retrieved it afterward is Kyo. That was done by covering the cage with a white cloth. You could have secretly placed the sickle when you draped the cloth. And retrieved it afterward when you removed the cloth. Then, while everyone was distracted, you discreetly dropped the sickle under the floor.
Wonderful! That's exactly correct.
Yes.
It's correct? Then why don't you give up already?
The trick I put so much work into is just wasted effort now. Alas.
So, it was you? You killed Tenko?
Let me guess. You'll never forgive me. Himiko, you must hate me so very much. Maybe you'd feel better if I was executed by Monokuma. But unfortunately for you, that won't happen. Because if you vote for me, every spotless, including myself, will die.
What you talking about, Kyo?
What you talking about?
You still don't understand? I killed Tenko, that is the truth. But it is meaningless in this class trial.
Meaningless?
You mean Monokuma's extra rule, right?
Ah, that's right. What happens to your votes if there are two blackened candidates? Well, I have an answer for that. It's first come, first served.
You see, I killed Tenko, but not Angie. For us, Tenko's death is nothing but a trivial issue. Because the blackened in this trial is the culprit who killed Angie.
Trivial issue? No,
Oh.
that's gotta be a lie. You probably killed Angie too.
That is simply not possible. Recall that I was unable to enter Angie's lab.
Oh, only student council members and Kokichi could enter research lab.
He's learning.
How could I have possibly killed Angie when I couldn't even enter her lab?
We can figure that out. No one else could have done it besides you. If you're the one who killed Tenko, you gotta be the one who killed Angie.
I understand how you feel, Himiko, but maybe we can discuss this rationally and calmly. There is a non-zero possibility that Kyo is telling the truth.
So you understand how she feels. I see. Wait, robots can understand human feelings?
Of course I understand. I work really
I
hard
work
to
really hard.
Hey, why are you getting all worked up, Kibo? Chill, dude.
That's enough! It's voting time! I'm gonna vote for him!
Voting for me will only help the one who murdered Angie.
Isn't Kyo culprit?
Of course I'm not. This case was an error on my part. Monokuma added that rule after both bodies were found, yes? How was I to know that the trial would only be for Angie's killer? Had I known, I certainly wouldn't have killed Tenko.
You're lying! You killed Tenko and Angie!
Now hold on. Jumping to conclusions here is dangerous.
We should talk it out more. This case might have juicy plot twists waiting to happen.
Nuts to that! Any way you look at this case, Kyo is obviously the culprit.
Yeah, there's sort of no other way to look at it.
No, it's too dangerous to vote before we arrive at a logical decision.
It's one of you.
Yep. Get the sick song.
Hey, this argument is getting intense. At times like this, the Ultimate Academy is proud to present its very own more phenomenal trial rounds.
Yippee! I've been waiting for this!
Why were you waiting for it?
Cause the song's sick. Kyo confessed to killing Tenko, but insists he didn't kill Angie. We won't forgive Kyo for what he did, but we can't vote until we know the facts. I have to pin down the evidence and convince everyone. Alright guys, time to find those keywords and match them.
Kyo killed Tenko and Angie!
Kyo!
We don't know for certain that Kyo killed Angie.
He forced his way into Angie's research lab.
Lab!
Anyone could have entered my lab.
The katana was
Aw.
found in Kyo's...
Lab!
Anyone could have entered my lab.
So Kyo did kill Tenko, but not Blackened?
Blackened!
Perhaps there's a second Blackened we need to find.
He was planning to use the new rule to protect himself all along.
Roll.
Not possible. That rule was added after both murders.
We solved the mystery of Tenko's death. Can't we just...
Mystery.
Not yet. There's still another mystery to
I
solve.
didn't get all of them, so we're gonna have to fucking do it again. Alright.
Forced his way into Angie's research lab and killed her!
I mean, we aren't consistent. Our position looks weak. 90% isn't good enough.
Kyo killed Tenko and Angie!
I got this, but we couldn't get in.